What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to my Pokemon X and Y tutorial series. So in the last episode I showed you guys how to get the light ball which can be attached to Pikachu to raise its attack and special attack by ×2 in battle, or it can be used by breeding a Pichu with the move Volt Tackle, which is only exclusive to the Chew family. So Pichu, Pikachu and Raichu can only learn Volt Tackle, which is basically the same thing as Volchars, but Volt Tackle is a bit more exclusive to that line of family. Alright, so in this episode I'm basically going to be continuing along with these wild Pokemon holding items routine at the moment. So far I've covered Lucky Egg on Chansey, and I've also covered Light Ball on Pikachu. I don't think I've done any others at the moment. I've also covered a pickup guide as well, which is also item related. I thought I might throw that out there as well. So in this episode, we're going to be covering how to get more heart scales for how to have Pokemon relearn their moves. So not only that, not only moves that Pokemon have forgotten throughout breeding or leveling up, it's also Pokemon that have moves that they haven't actually learned but they know somehow. A few examples of this is Plusle and Minun. They know Nasty Plot at level 1. You need a heart scale to teach those two Nasty Plot. Another one is Togekiss. At level 1 it learns Air Slash, Aura Sphere, Extreme Speed and a few other moves. Medicham has Ice Punch, Fire Punch and whichever Elemental Punch I forgot to mention there at level 1 as well. There's a lot more other examples out there as well, but they need a heart scale to learn those moves. And basically, throughout the game there's a few heart scales given to you basically in game, and after that though you've got to basically go find your own. So basically I'm going to show you guys how to get more heart scales. So to do that we'll need to basically use our Compound Eyes and Thief method on Wild Love Disc, which we found in various places actually using the old rod. So kind of be doing the chain fishing method here, and using Compound Eyes, it actually raises Love Disc's hold item percentage from 50 up to a massive 75%, which is basically 3 out of 4 times with each Love Disc that you'll get a heart scale. So the favour is really in your end. Love Disc normally has a heart scale every 50%, so every Love Disc has a chance of having a heart scale of 50, well basically 50% chance of having a heart scale. So all you need to do is cast your old rod out into the sea here at Silage City, which is where I've decided to do it. You can do it at Shaylor City, that's another place where you can get Love Disc. There's a variety of locations where you can go chain fishing for a Love Disc. So as per usual, I'm going to leave with my Yanma. It's got Compound Eyes and Thief. So I'm just going to Thief that Love Disc. That Love Disc. My mind's on a few other pokes at the moment. And we've got a heart scale from that. So, as I said, 75% chance with Compound Eyes, 50% normally. So you'll be probably saving yourself quite a lot of heart scales from this. So just remember, as soon as you thieve a heart scale from Love Disc, make sure to take it off your thieving Pokemon, otherwise you cannot thieve any more items. So I'm just going to cast my rod back into the sea there, snag up another Love Disc. And also, if I haven't mentioned already, Love Disc is the only Pokemon you'll fish up using Old Rod, which makes this process a lot easier. So we've got another Love Disc out there at level 15. I think all of them are level 15 actually. So that was a crit, that did not matter. Love Disc goes down, and we did not get a heart scale that time. So even though the percentage is already a whopping big 75, there still is that 25% chance that we'll not get a heart scale, which isn't really all that bad. Whoops, I did not get a bite. So, broke the chain there by accident. Oh, great. So that's the only bad thing about having Compound Eyes as your lead. Usually when you go chain fishing, you've got Suction Caps as your lead Pokemon. Oh wow, Dry Streak of Love Disc. Yes! Maybe my talking drove them away. Right, so we're going to snag ourselves up another Love Disc. Don't expect a shiny because I'm not not chain fishing, as per se. But if I get extremely lucky, then, well, I'll go outside and scream. Alright, so another Love Disc down. And we've got our heart scale out of that. So, we've killed 4 Love Disc, I think. No, we've only killed 3, sorry. So basically 2 out of 3, which is basically 75% chance there. So it's another heart scale. So it is dead on the money there as far as percentages go. Ah, nothing seems to be biting. Oh wow. Try that again. Oh wow, nothing seems to be biting. Come on! There's plenty of love disc in the sea. Oh, I reeled in too slow. No way, that was BS. I pressed that A button. Ah, that was BS on that reel too slow. If I did hit that A button. Yes. Okay, well there's another love disc. Alright, so let's leave this one and then I'll leave the fishing and then I'll just go ahead and show you where the move tutor is. Alright, so that's love disc painted. And that's another heart scale there. So we got 3 out of 4 heart scales there. One love disc did not have the heart scale, so I did say there's a 3 in 4 chance there, and it's just so funny that happened to happen, just to prove my maths correct. And I suck at maths, just putting it out there. Alright, so once you've got a few heart scales, you need to go to Dendermill Town with the Pokemon that you need to reteach a move to, or needs to learn a move. I'm not sure if I got an example on me. I did have an example, but I had to reteach it a move just so I could breed. I'll have a quick look through my box. Alright, so organised box, who have I got? Oh, I don't really want to do it on my EV pokes. I could always do it on Chestnut as an example. Now I'll do it on Chestnut. Right, so let's just make it Chestnut needs to relearn a move. Or I accidentally deleted a move that I shouldn't have. Oops, I'm still on Roll Rod. I kind of don't like the new registration method. Right, so just register my bike again and use it. I kind of started relying on the bicycle again. When I first started playing this game, I used to use the roller skates more than the bike. But anyways, here is the move Relearner. So give her a heart scale and she will make one of your Pokemon remember a move. So I'm going to make Chestnut remember a move. So it's got Feint, Hammer Arm, it's got Belly Drum? I don't remember that. That must be one of the moves it has to move tutor for. Anyways, Tackle, Growl, Vine Whip, Rollout, Bite, Leech Seed, Pin Missile, Needle Arm, Takedown, Mud Shot, Pain Split, and Wood Hammer. Now, I'm actually going to teach it Belly Drum because I actually did not know it learnt that. Alright, so I'm probably going to remove... What am I going to move? I might remove Bulk Up. Alright, so there we go. Just learnt Belly Drum. Alrighty, so on the other side of her there's also the move deleter, so if you don't want to move you can come here and delete it here. He's actually a good person to talk to if you need to remove HMs. The move deleter is basically the only way you can remove HM moves, so anything like Fly, Surf, Waterfall, Cut, Strength. That's right, Rock Smash is not HM this gen. I keep forgetting that because I'm used to the old gens where Rock Smash is a HM. The only other time Heart Scale really does come in handy is when you're breeding. Obviously when you put them in the daycare they will forget their breeding moves. So for example, my Bagon has been in daycare God knows how many times and it's basically been with every one of my dragon types. I've had to IV breed. So I've had to reteach Dragon Dance to this Bagon so many times it's not funny. Another one I've had to do Heart Scale on was when I was IV breeding my Ekans. So Sucker Punch was its egg move, so I've obviously used Heart Scale on its parents to get that there. It's because when you take the parent out of daycare, when you put the parent into daycare, it'll have its egg move and pass it on to the babies, even though along the way it'll forget that move, it'll still pass that move on. However, once you take that Pokemon out of daycare and you put it back in there without the egg move, it will not pass that move on to its baby. So it's really bizarre. I haven't worked that out yet. There's no egg moves on you. Alright, this was another one I had to do, was Gibble, was IV breeding this Gibble to get Outrage. Now, its parent's actually in here, which is Dratini, so Dratini had, I had to keep relearning D-Dance and Outrage. Well, I had to relearn D-Dance because I needed it, and Outrage I needed to keep heart scaling that onto so I could get that move onto the baby Gibbles, so I could I-breed that with the egg move. So, basically that's the main purpose behind heart scales and why you probably need to carry like a whole bunch of them. I like carrying about at least 10 on me because I make about 10 trips back to the move tutor to relearn my egg moves, so when I go IV breeding, especially on these pokes if they've got egg moves, Bagon, Ekans and Gibble and Dratini are probably the main ones I need to probably keep move tutoring their moves back to, because I put them in, pass the move on, and then when I get them back they don't have that move anymore, which is really frustrating. Although Dratini won't be a problem anymore because it's passed all its level up moves, so that's great. Bagon I think still has a couple of moves to go, and then unfortunately when I breed Gibble I've got to get rid of so many moves again and reteach Outrage again and again and again. So unfortunately that's one frustrating side of IV breeding, but it's worth it in the end if you've got heart scales. Alright, so basically that's it for this episode. Next episode, I was actually having to think about this for quite some time actually before I did this episode, is to think what would the next episode be. But I'm going to keep doing the wild item holds and trying to pick out the more interesting items you can pick up. I'm actually going to move on to Everstone next, show where to get more Everstones. I know that's a big problem with people, is they accidentally release their parent holding Everstone when they're IV breeding, and then they freak out and go, oh my god, I've just released a Pokemon with Everstone, where the hell do I get another one? So I'll cover that in the next episode and show where to get various ones of them. Although I will say if you release one with Destinot, you're in trouble because you can only get one of those per game. And there isn't anyone in the world that holds that either. So if you release your Pokemon with Destinot, I'm sorry, I can't really help you on that one. But as far as the Everstone goes, yeah, I can help you on that one. But anyways, I'll leave that one for the next episode. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!